Tommy Sotomayor, how are you, man?
I'm confused. I don't know what the fuck Discord is. I'm an old man.
It's okay. It's better than using Zoom and everything like that. It's good. You get to learn it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to tell me. You're gonna tell me about it and how it works later on because I'm so lost. But I'm glad that I finally got on here. Let's talk.
Well, yeah, it looks good. Sounds good. Well, how old are you, Tommy?
I'm 48 years old. I'm an old man.
That's not old yet. I think you're old at like 65.
He just being friendly. I'm old when I realize when I have to sleep a certain way or I'm in pain. I can't eat a certain food. I'm like one of those gremlins. I can't eat at a certain time at night. And stairs are my enemy now.
Do you have the stair that goes up on the staircase, the elevator stair?
I'm looking to do that. I think that might be a good thing to sit down in the chair, press a little button, and it takes me up the stairs. Because I'm telling you, I look at those stairs and I just realize I'm just going to put a refrigerator downstairs so I never have to go up there again. And that's what I've started to do. Like everything that is upstairs, I just have it downstairs so I don't have to go up there anymore.
But you're pretty good at the internet for an old man. But this brings us to my first quote. Why do you think
I'm gonna dump my boyfriend for you?
Why do you think that the average black woman is 5'4" and weighs 176 pounds?
That's your first question. You put me on.
When you talk about bringing a refrigerator upstairs, why do you think that is?
All right, let's see. Why are they so fat? I think it's because apparently in our culture, they say that bigger women are supposed to be more attractive. So they are not, nobody tells them they don't have to be that big. So they're left to their own devices, like a kid who is left at home alone. They're going to party, they're going to eat candy. That's what black women are. I mean, if you're not trying to get married anymore and there's no one that you're trying to impress, because if you think about it this way, you don't see the black women who date out of their race, you don't see them that big.
Would you get in a relationship with a black woman?
No, I pretty much only dated black women, so I can say yes.
Okay. But I want to figure out, I don't mean to put you on the spot by asking these questions right away, but I think that's what, that's like a good amount of your content, a good amount of what you speak about is about this. Maybe you can give the viewers a little bit of your background first before we get into these questions.
I decided a long time ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. And if I failed, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away from my dignity. No, I decided a long time ago that I wanted to discuss something that I noticed that we don't talk about in the black community. And what that thing is black women. Black men get talked about a lot. Black men get told what they're not good at doing. Black men get told that they're not a man. This is what a man should do. But I never heard anybody say what a woman should do. Like there's a saying that says, man up. But you know what I never heard anybody say was woman up. So I said, well, why is it that no one talks about the things that they do when from where I sit, it appears that they do a lot of things that are destructive to the community? So I started speaking on it as a person who was raised in a single parent household around a bunch of other black males who were raised with single parents. And I saw what kind of destruction it did to many of us and others.
I think they do talk about woman up, but different than the way you speak about it. They talk about being a bad bitch and empowering yourself. It's a different sort of woman up than what would you tell a woman, right? If there was a black woman right there, what would you tell her?
About what? You give me some things to tell her, and then I could give you more. Well, like what?
I would say the average girl who thinks that she's womaning up, but she's not. Like she's believing in the cultural idea of bad bitch and womaning up. Like what's the right way for her? Right, the sexy red Ice Spice girl. How does she woman up?
Well, first off, I would ask them, what do you require from your man and why? What do you require from a man, period? What do you want out of life? Because as a psychologist, you kind of got to ask people, what is it that they're looking for and what are they trying to achieve? Most of them will say one thing, but it's not what they're trying to do, which is why you can catch them in a lot of contradiction. I would ask them simply, what do you want out of life and how are you going about it? Are you going about it in a microwave situation where you want what you want now and you're not worried about what's going to happen in 10 years, which most do? Or do you have a long-term plan and long-term goal? Or well, do you have long-term goals? Therefore, I would give you long-term planning. Like right now, I give an example of something I've been on for the last few days, probably a week. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. Everybody's upset. They're calling it racism that Caitlin Clark has a signature shoe. First off, nobody gave a damn about women's basketball. Let's stop lying. No one cared. No one knows those people. You can't name 3 bitches in the WNBA. You can't.
No, Brittany Renner.
No, she fucks guys in the NBA. That you're talking about Brittany Griner. Brittany Renner's the one who is the fine chick. See, you already messed up. You couldn't even get one right, sir. Not one.
Close.
You should have phoned a friend.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, you're right. Good point.
So no one cares. So no one really gave a shit about a signature shoe, but they want to make it some kind of racist thing, and it's messed up. And Angel Reese doesn't have one. Well, Angel Reese is out there taking videos of her ass. She had this little bitty outfit with this bonnet on, and she showed that. And then the next scene, of course, she has it on, and she's showing you her ass and her nipples out. Then she actually has a video, no lie, just got drafted into the WNBA. She has a video showing you get herself waxed, and then she got a latex molding of her vagina. So she's selling that. This is the same woman who said men were sexualizing her, yet you're selling a latex mold of your vagina.
I've experienced that same sort of mentality. I've seen girls say that. Yeah.
But to think about it, that's what I would tell black women, because what you have is Caitlin Clark, who is playing. I mean, this is a minor skill to be able to play basketball for women. It's just a whole layup drill for like 2.5 hours. But she at least is taking that seriously. Well, the other one isn't. The other one is going around being everything but a basketball player. And yet black people are calling it racist that the white girl with the biggest popularity is getting the biggest check. I just think it's weird. I would tell them the same thing I'm telling her. You're going to get out of it what you put in it. And this Angel Reese, and you can mark my words, in 2 years, you won't hear from her. You watch. 2 years.
Do you know how much she's selling her vagina mold for?
I don't know. I was really, really sad about it. I didn't go look because let me tell you something. From the mold itself, and you need to go look at it. Go look at it on my Twitter. If y'all haven't seen it, go follow me on my Twitter and you see it. From the mold itself, I can tell you what, it looks like she can sink ships because she got some loose lips.
Someone said, oh, the camera's messing up. But there's someone in the chat, Jacosa, said that Kevin Samuels learned a lot from you. Is that true?
Yeah, he used to be a fan of mine. He used to be a frequent caller. Used to call in a lot. He took most of a lot of what it is that I speak about. Hell, most people did though. I was a pretty big thing for a while. It was what it was.
Oh, so you're the pioneer.
I am. You didn't see these people walking around with microphones. You didn't see them on YouTube, so especially for the black ones. They didn't think that they could make money off of YouTube. And I ended up showing them out again, talking about these subjects. And as a matter of fact, one of the things that started to bother me about Kevin Samuels was he would reproduce the phone calls that happened on my show. So it was fake. He would have someone literally do the phone calls that happened on my show. So he would hire a girl to repeat the same thing that happened on my show and just redo it. So she would call in like a caller called into my show.
So why do you think black women have this entitlement? Maybe not just black women, but why do Western women have this sort of entitlement to where that they could be victims and empowered at the same time? I think that's the number one issue that I see with feminism, is that they'll blame men for sexualizing them while profiting off of sexualizing them. The same women who want to be independent are also reliant and dependent on the beast of the system that's run by men that controls their OnlyFans paychecks in the first place. It's like, you're either going to be empowered or you're not going to be. You can't be a victim and a boss bitch at the same exact time. But why do you think that they fall into this mental trap?
Oh, easy, because we allow it. Women are not doing anything that men don't allow. If they had to be logical like us, I'll give you a perfect example. If you are a man, if you and I would get into an argument and I threw a glass of water in your face, you could whoop my ass and they would say you shouldn't have been fucking with him. She can throw a glass of water in my face and they're going to tell me don't do anything. At the same time, they're going to be egging me on to make me look silly, going, ooh, she threw water in your face. So it's like men have allowed themselves to be used like that. And once someone can play victim and victor at the same time, they're going to do it. Women win by the things that men allow. I said something to Pearl the other day when she had me on her show, and she found it shocking, but I said, I'm gonna give you proof of how men are better people than women. I said, if you look at it this way, if it wasn't for men keeping other men in check, women would literally be walking around in public in fear of their lives and especially their sex, because men could do what they wanted to if it wasn't for other men saying that's wrong. And women don't have other women saying what they're doing is wrong. There are no women stepping up and saying, well, you shouldn't be doing like what happened with rich men, where there are women going to the NBA All-Star game just hoping to get pregnant by them, or taking the condom out of the trash and trying to get. There's no women stopping them. They look at it as the lottery. So they want a chance to play the lottery as well. Same thing with when you look at something like abortion. When they turned it into the words a woman's right to choose, why don't we call it murder what it is? Because if you're 2 months pregnant and you get an abortion, they call it a woman's right to choose. But if you're 2 months pregnant and I'm running out of the house not looking, and I knock you down and you lose your baby, you know what they charge me with?
Murder.
Same 2 months. There's a woman right now, I don't know if you saw the story. She smothered her own child because she got tired of being a parent. The judge said that she didn't have to go to jail, that she suffered enough. Think they'd say that to a man? Men have made it to where women are being more and more irresponsible, because when you don't put rules on a child, which I equate women to, they're just big ass children. If you don't put rules on a child, what does a child do? Child craves structure. So they're going to do the most outlandish shit to see if you can put the reins on them. And most of the time men don't, because we're afraid of being called some type of ist, sexist, masculinist, any kind of ist it is. We're afraid of the name call more than the fact of it.
Wait, you're saying women are just big children?
Yes. Grown ass children, huge children, children that bleed once a month, just big ass kids that are irritating. And if you listen to the stuff that they say, notice how women still talk to you like how we talked when we were children. Their disses are like children. Nah, 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 boo boo. Your mama black. You got a little penis. All of their disses are really stupid. When is the last time you heard a woman funny? They just say dumb shit. And most of the shit they say about you isn't true. How do you know I have a little penis? You've never seen me naked. How do you know? Like, all the things that women say about you, it's just stupid. And it comes out, oh, big old pickle head. Like, what? they say things like a child. And wait.
I saw this really funny light-skinned woman. She was really thick, and she got up on a comedy stage, and she was talking about how she's autistic. Did you see her?
No, what's her name?
I don't remember her name, but there was this, she was, women are funny. I can't name any, but when they're really attractive, I laugh at her jokes.
You didn't say you can't name any. You in the WNBA again. You just say things. You don't believe what you're saying. You're trying to be politically correct.
I've seen a funny woman before. I swear. She was really hot though, but I can't think of her name. Chat, I don't know.
Was she funny, or were you attracted?
I DM'd her after. I don't remember the joke, but I did DM her. Let me ask you a question though.
For anyone,
I want to ask you.
Drink cold.
Hold on a second. This shit
Did you know that you can relieve sciatic nerve?
You won't believe.
Damn it! I'm trying to stop. See, that's why you shouldn't let me do shit. I was trying to look at yours, and it's doing this stupid thing. Okay, go ahead.
Are you playing TikTok AI?
No, I'm trying to watch you. I was trying to see what they were saying in the comment section, but your commercials came up. Your fucking commercials.
So I have. Oh yeah, it's Rumble commercials. I want to ask you about Yeah. So if women are okay, that's a strong opinion saying that women operate like children, but should we give women the right to vote? I was thinking about it the other day. We gave women the right to vote, and you bring up a good point. They made their most contentious issue murder. Abortion is child murder, and that's their number one issue. Should women even have the right to vote, or should we just leave it up to certain men to create the laws and keep society level-headed?
We should repeal the 19th. They should not have the right to vote. I do not believe that. And I have 2 daughters, and I still believe I watch how my daughters act towards me. They are lazy. I love them to death, but they're lazy. They know daddy got money, and I'm just going to ask daddy for money. If I had some sons, I could at least make them cut grass. I can't make them girls go cut grass. I can't make them empty trash. People going to look at me like I'm crazy. No, they should not have the right to vote, and I know that people are going to look at me like I'm crazy. They may never put me on Fox News again because I said this, but I've always said it for years. I do not believe that women should have the right to vote simply because women vote on issues that, I think I said it when you and I were in the same space. I said, if you notice, every woman's issue is about them. It's never about the greater good. Name a woman's issue where they give a shit about the greater good. Every one of their issues is about themselves. They're selfish.
Do you think that women vote emotionally? Because if you look back at it, 2020, I think the majority of women voted for Joe Biden, and now they all regret it, right?
Yes, but did you see the latest poll that came out that still said 50, I think it was 58% of them will still vote for him, and only 20 some said that they'll vote for Trump, and the rest were undecided. And it's so I thought they were going to have buyer's remorse, but they're still willing to do it. And when you say women, break it down to black women, the Democrats have them in their pockets. So black women don't really give a shit what the Democratic platform is. They're just going to vote Democrat because they believe you're a sellout if you. This is the weirdest thing. Black folks believe that if you're black, that first off, they love to tell people we're not a monolith. If blacks aren't a monolith, how come when you don't do what they claim is black, you get called white boy, Oreo, a sellout? How can you not be if you're not a monolith, I should be able to listen to country music and you not think anything of it. If we're not a monolith, we should have half blacks voting for Democrat, half voting for Republican. Because I ain't never heard a white person tell another white person, you're voting Democrat, you ain't white. We had an actual presidential candidate that told a black man to his face, if you don't vote Democrat, you ain't black. Imagine that shit. So he expects blacks to do a certain thing. Blacks expect blacks to do a certain thing. So black women are just freaking idiots because they will vote Democrat. It doesn't matter. And you know why? I love that clip you played, and I think I'm going to start using it because that was one of my favorite movies from The Departed. But I never thought of using Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, Nicholson. Yeah.
I won't like fuck around and say the golfer Nicholas, but Nicholson. But when he said that, he said, he can't respect the black chappie because the black chappie think that it's shit supposed to be given to him. And I keep saying that. We're sitting around to come out some reparations, but the white man's supposed to be devil and he's supposed to give it to us. What if they convince the black woman? The Democrats always say they're going to give the black woman something. Look at what they said. Oh, we're going to have a black woman be the vice president. Didn't matter if she was qualified or not, Just got to be a black woman with a vagina. Cool. And we're going to have a black woman be in the Supreme Court. A black woman in the Supreme Court? It don't matter if she's qualified or not. She just need to be black with a vagina. Then they get this woman in the confirmation hearing. Black woman. That's what they sold. What one of the questions they asked this dumbass? How do you define a woman? I don't know. So this judge says she has no idea what a woman is. But yet, if you don't know what a woman is, then how the fuck can we vote for or put a black woman in office? Because we don't know what a woman is. If a woman could be anything, it doesn't make sense. And y'all didn't say shit. I'm the only dumbass that sit up there and watch this fool, this scholar, this person that's going to be on the Supreme Court say she doesn't know what a woman is. I'm sorry, I'm preaching, SNEAKO.
No, I brought you on here to preach. But what would you tell young men to do then? Because it seems like I don't even know how many headaches you have to deal with. I see the women that you have to interact with and talk to. It seems like it would. I would probably have to have a refrigerator in my room too. Like I just avoid it. I don't. I try to. I see these women now, like sex workers, women that make no sense, screaming about abortion, and then I just want to get out of America. Like I don't want to interact with them at all. What's your solution for the young men that have to? You know, they're horny. They want to sleep with these girls. They want to get into a good relationship. What's the best course of action for like a 20-year-old man?
First off, when you said they're horny and they want to get into a relationship, those are two separate things, and they better learn how to tell the difference between the two, because who you're horny for is probably not who you should get in a relationship with. And if you're looking to get in a relationship, you probably shouldn't be involved with Western women who believe the way that they believe. I asked a question earlier. I know people were talking about being a Muslim. and I looked at it how they can have multiple wives, and I watched how them Western black women would say, "And no way I would share a man." Yet it's one guy with 10 babies mamas, and y'all had no problem being the 11th baby mama. It doesn't make sense. Logic escapes these people. The same people said, well, I would never, marriage would between more than one person should be illegal. Oh, but a boy 12 years old should be able to get hormone and puberty blockers so he can turn into a girl. Two men being married to each other, you're okay with it. Most of these people don't think logically, and that's why they want fewer men in the household. So I would tell young men, when you're dealing with these people, they've been given power before you ever met them. They've been told that they're the prize and they're the catch before you walk in the door. So you cannot then try and change a person's mind who not only were they raised one way, but society is telling them to not view it another way. Girls called into my show the other day, and they were talking about how they have their men were these what do you call them, the ISUPK, I think it's called, the Islam guys, the black ones. Well, they had women who were praising their men, and the other women were going nuts. I remember what happened with Simone Biles when her man said he was the catch. They were like, why don't you leave him? He ain't shit. It's like, but in her mind, he was. And so she came out and said, well, he is the catch. You're stupid. You're a dumbass. And so you listen to these women. It's hard to build with them when not only are they stupid, but society tells them they're smart. The one thing that you can say about any human being is the smarter they are, the more they know what they don't know. Talk to the average black woman, especially. What the fuck she doesn't know? Think about it. What the fuck is it that she doesn't know? When's the last time you seen an ugly black woman? What I mean is, let them tell it. They all fine, are they not? Yeah. They all in the mirror.
They're 10, pretty. They're bad bitches. They're queens. They're 10 out of 10s. They're perfect. Slay.
They are that, and it's men willing to kill for these stupid whores. It's niggas want to fight me because of what I say online. I don't know these men, but how you don't talk about our queen like this? I'm like, what queen you talking about? The woman I just told you that smothered her kid? Your mama black. Yeah, but she ain't smothering kids and she old. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do, but that type of command, and they have an army with them, it's hard to change them. So I would tell each young man, go west, young man, literally. Go way past them. Go somewhere else. Try. Just because if they swear up and down, anyway, this was funny. They say one drop of black makes you black. So the black man shouldn't care who he creates with. He knows he's going to create a black person. It doesn't matter if they're black. So go create some black people with some Asians. Them Blazers is handsome and beautiful anyway. Go make one of them.
Hey, thanks, Tommy.
I didn't know if you were or not.
That's a great point. That's a great point. If you have the one drop rule, except when it comes to procreation.
So think about it. So why not do it? But that's what's funny too. I can show you how possessive black women are. Every time a black woman gets a non-black man, it's a fucking ticker tape parade for them. Oh my God, somebody wanted us. And they all go out and cheer for the black girl who got to her white guy. And don't let her have any kids. Oh, they got good hair. Look how good the hair is. It's so good. I know you hear it. Anyway, so that happens. But as soon as a black man gets a non-black woman, he only got with her because she let him do what she want. He didn't do that. He hate his mama. Every time you niggas get some money, you get you a white woman. This doesn't make any sense. You just said every child we make is black. Why are you upset? And then what's weird is, like, if you come get you a black woman, oh, they love you. Oh, he black just like us. We're going to fuck around, might have some kids with good hair. But if I choose a girl, if you had a sister and we were choosing your sister, at first they would say your sister was black just like them, until too many black guys wanted to date your sister. And then they'd say, well, you're a colorist. You have a color complex. It is the dumbest argument in the world. And I always tell them, I love Baskin Robbins. Baskin Robbins has 31 flavors. Baskin Robbins has never called me and got mad at me because I like the New York cheesecake better than the rest of it. They've never said, you should try them all. Or because you're dark, you should only eat chocolate. That's what black women feel. They believe that they own black men. And how can you have a relationship with someone that feels like they own you? So if you're a 20-year-old young man and you're trying to date and marry someone that feels like that you're obligated to them, What kind of power do you have in that relationship? How does she even view you? She looks down upon you. And most black women look down upon the black men that they're with. They think they're better than them. They think they can do better, which is why our relationships are the worst.
We're seeing it nonstop. Like every time a guy becomes successful, the girls that they date, they're almost incentivized to try to ruin their life. Like it's happened to so many guys in the streaming space. I don't know if you saw what happened to Kai Cenat recently. I'm sure you have an opinion about that. I've known Kai for several years, and then I saw this happen. Like this, I don't know. She was saying that he was paying for box. She was exposing his she didn't even care that she signed an NDA. She was trying to ruin his life. What do you think about that situation?
That's what I said. That's another example of how these black men are idiots. Because let me tell you why they have no respect for black men. If her job is to sell cat, and one of her clients, she exposes the client. In a normal world, no other man would buy a box from this woman after they saw what she's done. But the black women know they can do it to black men because some stupid black man will go right behind her and do it. Let me give you another trick that black women have proved or that have shown that have like they pull the wool over black men's eyes. We're the only men who can't say we want to date a woman with no children. They believe that even no matter how many children they have, you should still want them, that they are on the same level playing field as a woman with no kids.
They say you're a real man. A real man would take care of my kids.
And the matter of fact, they put you up. Yeah, you a real man because you did this. You a pussy nigga if you won't do it. So they've convinced the men that no matter what their background is, that the man should still want to wife them, which is why that woman felt comfortable saying about a man, because if somebody paid $5,000 to sleep with you, which he must have just had $5,000 he didn't give a shit about, because I saw her face and I was like, $50 maybe. 5,000? Hell no. But as I say, he must just had 5,000 burn a hole in his pocket. But the fact is, you don't see these men. How many of these black men have you seen where it happened like Zion Williams as well? Zion Williamson. He was paying this girl $15,000 to sleep with her. Stupid money. She tried to ruin his life. She was telling people he beat her. She was telling people he gave her STD. She was telling people that she was pregnant. Mariah Mills. It was sick. But you know who she's never done that to? Because all she fucking her porn is white dudes. She wouldn't fuck any black dudes. She has a porn where she refuses to sleep with black dudes. But she sure used them. Guess who she's never outed like that? Not one white man. And that girl who sold it to Kai Cenat, you don't think some white men done bought a cat? Guess who she won't expose? Them. But they have no problem trying to destroy a black man because they don't respect black men. They think they own black men. And they technically do. Because if that should be business suicide, that you come out and tell people this guy did it. And when it's supposed to be a business of anonymity, I pay you, you keep quiet, you go on. Once you tell, no other man should want to buy it from her. Same thing you watch. Look how lazy these black sex workers are. These bitches be selling these men OnlyFans pages, and they be on the OnlyFans page, don't do shit. I've been on Twitter and saw some of these women go live, and they'll be going live just sitting there playing on their phone in negligee. It'll be like 10,000 niggas on their live. And I'm thinking, what? And y'all are paying this woman? Y'all are insane. But they know they got black men where they want them. It goes back to what I was saying at the beginning about how black women who date out of their race, they ain't all fat like the ones who date black men. They have no respect for us. And why should they? They're telling us what to do as men. Kai Cenat should have never found himself in that position paying one of these hoes because all they're going to do is tell. Think about how many we've seen from the superheads. It's their thing now. Their thing is to tell on a black man. They will get near you and take pictures of when you're in the bed, sleep, do all kinds of stuff to try and ruin you. I hated that for him because he's a young man and he's a young man doing what young people do, but he fucked up and he did it with a Knight Rider. He should have never done it with a black woman, and I know it's hard to not do it with them because one, they're typically cheaper than everybody else. The two, they're typically more available. They are. They're just cheaper. If you go anywhere in the world, black women are the cheapest prostitutes you can find. They just cost less because they're easy to find. They're easy to get rid of. They're easy to get with. But he decided to do something, and what it probably was before he became popular, he grew up, he was always attracted to black women. So that's my problem. Always attracted to them because it's all you saw. So you grow up and you get some money, and now he has access to women he didn't think he would. But those women just want access to his money, and they want to make sure he loses it. They want to hurt you, and I feel really bad for him, because people like that, they're not going to stop. She's not going to stop. If she's getting people to go to her OnlyFans and to go to her stuff off of being the girl who's exposing him, she's just going to keep doing it. And I'll wrap it up with this. What really hurts me is not what the women do. It's how the men allow it. Every time a woman comes out and says she's going to expose a man, no matter what lie she tell, we the main ones up there. Yeah, what he do? What's next? We'll give her a platform. Think about how many men give women a platform to tell on another man.
We kind of just did.
Huh?
We kind of just did.
No, we didn't give her a platform to tell on him. We don't give a shit about her. These men are trying to, they'll sit there like a gossip queen. So what was his dick like? Oh, was it? And then I'm like, what the fuck kind of question is that?
Yeah. That's happening.
No, we're not supposed to give this woman the publicity of saying, hey, y'all go and join her OnlyFans. She's supposed to be, at that point, everybody's supposed to say, you expose one of our brothers, you out there on your own. Because most of these women, could they live without men? All these women on OnlyFans talk a ton of shit about men. Yeah, how do they feed themselves? Men. Men are paying for their shit. That's when you know they have no respect for their customer. Imagine Amazon Prime talking shit about the people who own Amazon Prime. Women will sit there and say, niggas ain't shit, fuck these niggas, I'm paid. But your whole subscriber base is men. It is a weird thing, but it only works with black men.
There's a kind of a weird thing. I don't know if he paid for it, and I try to see I just don't believe any of these women now, but I noticed something that happened when she was like doing this IG live and talking about it. She's like, it's almost like an act of rebellion, them trying to expose like a successful man. It's like they see it as an act of feminism. They're like, oh, well, men can say all this shit about bitches, but as soon as I talk about a nigga, I can blah, 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 blah. It's like they're fighting back by ruining a guy's life. So I think it's best to just avoid completely.
Leave it alone. You're not old enough. You're a young cat. You still got Similac on the corner of your mouth. I get it. You're young. I'm old.
Similac.
Similac is the milk that they give babies.
Oh, okay.
The powder milk. Anyway, he don't get it. But I'm old, and there's a game called There's a movie called War Games. And in War Games, they were trying to figure out how to stop the war game from happening, blah, blah. And finally, they asked the computer, what's the best way to win the game? And the computer said, the best way to win is to not play. And I think when it comes to what's going on with these women and what they do, the best way to win is not play. Just don't play. Because playing the game, we cannot win once we get in. Once we get in the arena, the game is rigged. Somebody in your comment section said War Game is legit. Yes, it's a great movie.
All right, well, maybe we could watch that. Well, I want to ask you one final question before, and also if you want to keep coming on the stream, I would love to keep having you on to talk about more. I have a couple more guests. But I want to ask you, did you get canceled for the most in your career of doing this? What was the one issue that stung the most? Oh, here we go.
The quickest I got banned was when I talked about the Jews. That was real quick. I got banned the next day. I had brought up about this video. I had never seen this shit like this. They were circumcising babies with their mouth. You never see this?
I have seen this. The rabbis circumcising. Yeah.
So I said something about it. I said, look at how ridiculous this is. They need to toe and toe. And the next day I said, I'm going to go live. And it said, nope. I said, ew, that was real quick. I didn't know it could happen that fast. So I said, well, and then, because I talk about black women, it's a slow grind at least. I get to talk about it a good 4-5 months before they take my shit down. Like YouTube done got to do it. YouTube is just ridiculous. I can't say shit on my own. I can come on everybody's show on YouTube. If I am on my own, it knocks me down, and it'll be like I'll go live. I say, well, it's been a year. Let me try to go live, sneak back in. I put a hat on. I tilted to the side. I put one of them Nacho Libre hats on. I tried it all. They know me and they kick my shit down. But that was the quickest it's ever been taken down. But for some odd reason, Black women, I love the fact that they always talk about I work for the white man and I'm kissing the white man's ass.
Are you you're on Rumble now, right?
Yeah, I'm on Rumble. Rumble allowed me to be myself, and I like that. Rumble allowed me to do all kinds of shit. They all right with me. So I was talking to the Black woman, was like, you work for the white man and the white man pays you. I said, you're right. I said, yet the white man would take me off of all the platforms because your black ass asked. Who works for the white man? Because the people who you claim don't work for the white man, people like Tariq Nasheed and Umar Johnson, who extra pro-black and always talk about the white man this and the white man that, you know what they've never had to worry about? Being banned. Now, how is it that the white man would allow somebody to come and fight white supremacy on their white website, but would take somebody down who's helping white supremacy by talking bad about blacks? Just asking.
So you got banned on YouTube. You still have your Instagram. I'm sure you're still on Twitter, right?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. They'll probably knock that down. But I usually have to make a new one every like 6 months. But I'm on Twitter. But my website is where I do everything at. My website is just tjskoc.com. Simple, or just Google my name, Tommy Sotomayor website. It'll come up. It's the first thing that comes up. That's why I make sure that everything is there. I believe in what it is that I say. And so no matter how much they ban me or move me aside, I do it because it's what's in my heart. It's the right thing to do. And it's the right thing to talk about, because a lot of people never hear this, or if they think it, they're too afraid to say it because they don't know if anybody else thinks like this. And that's why they shout you down, shut you down, call you names, just so that the message doesn't filter down. If I could give any advice to black men in general, think logically and hang around those who think logically. You'll have a better life, because if you deal with people emotionally, you get stabbed, you get punched, you get lied upon, all these things simply because someone emotionally that day felt different. We know how emotions work. Some days I feel good, some days I don't. Imagine if I was governing that way.
Next time you come on, I want to ask you about, you're saying black men should be around other smart black men. You're criticizing Malcolm X, but I'm going to leave that as a cliffhanger. So maybe we could speak about that next time. And next time we could talk about the rabbis circumcising with their teeth. There's a lot more that we got to get into, chat. This is the first time we had Tommy on. It was a pleasure having you on. And Jacosa, thanks for introducing us in the Jacosa's Twitter Spaces. That was a good time we first got to speak. We spoke about religion and a lot of things. I'm sure there's a lot more. Tommy, I hope to speak soon.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on here, bro.
Hey, have a great night, bro.
You too.
All right, man. That was Tommy Sotomayor.